Apocalypse Now, the video game.
AKA Spec Ops the line. Yes, people, we are reviewing this game, and let me tell you something. It has really good storyline, in my opinion. But
all right, well, welcome to finally the second review for the video game Basement. Sorry, it's taken us a while, but we've been very busy.
I guess the video game corner doesn't matter anymore. Sad face.
Oh no, we will be getting a lot done. We just need to catch up.
Right. We've all been busy with school and shit.
Which is what we're here for today.
Yep.
So Trevon here has been playing his ass off and has a couple reviews for you guys. And this first one is Spec Ops. And here to be the moderator of this review is me, Lehu.
And as I was mentioned before, it's Trey, the black guy of the group.
Yay! Minorities!
Yeah.
Actually, our other one's up at school and he can't do reviews right now, but
Carpius Maximus.
Yeah, we'll get him back for Lollipop.
Yeah, Lollipop, which, by the way, I've seen the videos on. It looks pretty stupid.
Oh no, him and I are going to have a blast with that. Yeah. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about Spec Ops, which everything I've heard about this game is that it is Apocalypse Now the game. But we're going to find that out from you.
Okay, so let's get started with the location of the game, which is in Dubai.
Modern
Dubai.
Okay.
Apparently, during this day and age, Dubai has been hit by sandstorms, and I guess it went through a drought, so that's why the sandstorms started to come in, and the sandstorms like completely obliterated the city. Like, there's no survivors.
Oh fuck.
No nothing. I mean, that's what you're supposed to assume. But you go in as a team of 3, and I forgot the main character's name. I'm not really good with names, guys, so you got to bear with me here.
Might want to get better at that.
But
just saying, because we will have those commenters. You know those assholes.
Yeah, well, what the fuck ever. You got comment, you haters out there. You can go shove it.
His name is Commander Twathead, you asshole.
Yeah, seriously. But you guys can go shove it up your anus. But basically, you're a captain. Of a group of 2 other soldiers, one being a scout basically, and the other being you can say like a light machine gunist, or I don't even know if that's a word, but whatever. But yeah, you're looking for a member of the group that you were a part of. He went into Dubai to try to evacuate people from the sandstorms in Dubai, and apparently, you lost transmission with him 2 weeks prior to this mission going on. So, basically, start out going into on the highway going into Dubai, and just things start going downhill from there. Let's just say that. Real bad, real quick too.
Real bad,
real quick.
Well, I do have a couple questions that I do want to bring up with you about this game. Just the first thing I do want to bring up is this is a third-person shooter, correct?
Yes.
Now, what would you say the gameplay is like? Is it more Gears of War type, or like something like Resident Evil where the camera's closer?
When it comes to the camera angle and whatnot, it's Gears of War. I guess it's closely compared to Gears of War. Yeah.
Is there anything that it does to deviate itself from Gears of War? Or?
Number one, if you want to get into the details, there is no duck running or squat running. That's what you want to call it. Number two, the gunplay is sort of different from the Gears of War. By sort of, I mean like the reticule and all that. That's the only really thing that's different. But other than that, it's like a carbon copy of the gunplay.
Okay. So essentially what you're saying is that the gameplay is practically the same for third-person shooters, but the real draw of this game is the story.
It is the story, indeed, yeah, definitely. As I said, you're going on the main road into Dubai.
Well, we don't want to spoil too much of the story.
Well, I'm not going to try to. Can you just call me Tits?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
But they're perky.
And it's kind of cool too because the story, like, you start out the outskirts of Dubai. Okay, that's where it's less fucked up, But as you go deeper and deeper into the city, that's the more fucked up it becomes.
You go deeper and deeper into the jungle. Sorry, I had to get my mind off the fact we're not talking about Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, really. Honestly, like when this is also like a carbon copy of that.
Even looking at the trailer, you see that.
Yeah. But let's see. Let's start out with gun types and weapons. There isn't really a big selection.
Wait, really?
Yeah. You got the UMP, or the whatever you want to call it, with the other people out there. You got the M4A1.
Well, don't try to name them all. How many guns would you say in the game are in the game?
7 or 8.
That's it?
7 or 8, 8 or 9. Yeah, it's not that big.
Wow.
Actually, no. I would actually go a little bit higher to about 11 or 12.
Okay, that's kind of reasonable. Like 7 or 8. Wow.
But I expected, like Call of Duty mass selection of weapons. But that was my interpretation.
Well,
that's why I assumed.
Hasn't this game been in development for like a good 3-4 years?
3 years, yeah.
Oh my god.
By 2K Games and Jaeger Productions? Yeah.
Jaeger.
Yeah. But there isn't really that many weapon types. But the major thing about this game, and this is a really major factor that helps you out in defeating enemies and killing them, is that you can use the sand to your advantage. Say, there's like a huge glass window holding sand back from breaking through. You can shoot that glass, and if the enemies are like near the window, the sand would go and kill them.
So you can use your environment, essentially, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, basically only sand. Not all the environment is usable. And like you said, this more dwells into the story more than gameplay. But basically, just think of Apocalypse Now.
Now, one of the other things that I saw a lot with this game is it does kind of like a Bioshock type thing, where you make multiple choices throughout the game that do affect the future of it.
Yes, and these choices don't start coming up until halfway through the story, though.
Okay.
The first part of the story is mostly like building up in the suspense of what's going on, and then the second half of the story is when you get butt fucked because you're confused.
I really like that wording.
But yeah, second half in the story, you start making choices, and the choices lead up to what kind of ending you get. And also lead up to the point of what happens to your team members. And yes, things do happen to your team members.
Ooh.
So, or your teammates. So,
well, is there online play to this?
Yeah, and in fact, the online is really fun.
Really?
Yeah.
How's that?
Again, you can use your environment to your advantage. There's different game types, such as a game type that's like search and destroy. You're supposed to capture a point and defend it, basically. Well, that's not the search and destroy, but it's a different one. Straight up team deathmatch, which is called Anarchy or Chaos, one of the two. Which is Team Anarchy is the team deathmatch, and Anarchy is just deathmatch.
Okay.
Again, there's objective game types, and the way you customize your character, there's different armor sets and there's different face sets that you can choose.
Huh. So kind of like Army 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's also you can build your own weapon set, so it has the kind of like Call of Duty feel to it. There's perks too.
Okay. Would you say the perks kind of differentiate themselves from?
Yeah, from COD and all that.
How so?
There's one called like the Rat, or there's something involving that to where if you're taking cover, you take less damage from bullets when you're getting shot at from, like, say an enemy's on a high position shooting down at you. You take less damage from bullets when you're in cover.
Oh, that's actually a good idea.
Yeah, so they really did something different with the perks. Any other questions, really?
No. Is there anything else you want to say, or you want to?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things I can talk about with this game, but I don't want to ruin the story for you guys.
Yeah, no, that's a big thing I don't want you to talk about. I don't like. I know that's a big selling point of the game, but I feel like if you talk about it, the more you talk about it, the more you're gonna ruin.
Oh, and one more thing. The beginning of the game really made me interested in the whole game entirely. That really got me into the game. Was the beginning of the game. Because you know how... Well, never mind. Let's not do that. But anyway, if I were to rate this... this game did have a lot of problems.
Didn't or did?
Did. I'd say some glitches that I found annoying.
Like what else problem-wise?
Sometimes there's points in the game that are really goddamn hard.
Would you say it's uneven difficulty, or...
Well, see, I played on normal, because that's what I do with all the games. The first time I played on normal.
Right, but I'm saying, like, was there an uneven difficulty to it? Like, some parts of the game were really easy, and then some just spiked ridiculously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a lot of times during the game, but it did happen at a few points.
Okay. So, what would you... Is there any other complaints you want to give out before you give your rating?
Online play can be bullshit too, but that's really expected from all online play with shooters.
You can't really use that as a...
Yeah, but other than that, my rating would probably be bargain bin. Yeah, I mean, if I had to go a little bit further, I would say like a low full price, only because of the story. But other than that, like when you want to play a game, it comes to the gameplay. It comes down to the gameplay.
And there's really no, from what it sounds like to me, it doesn't sound like the gameplay really does a lot to differentiate itself from the competition.
I mean, if you want to compare it, literally, it compares to Gears of War. It's Gears of War for the PS3, basically.
Okay. Well, thank you.
But yeah, I'll give it a bargain bin. So.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Every time you said you did, like, it's to buy, like, there's that, like, little part inside me that just thinks, like, the whole time you're going around, and then, like, when you shoot the same things, you just see something pop up, like, oh, look at that, I broke Trevon.
Okay, I'm done. But yeah, I would recommend it to those people who are looking for a story in a game, and a shooter specifically too, because really, when it comes to shooters, you don't find really good stories in shooters.
And if anyone sends me a video of either you make a mod, or if that actually does happen in the game, but you shoot the same things and a little terrorist pops out, I will pay you $1.
But yeah, that's all, folks. See you next time.
All right, adios, everyone.